That brings us to Texas Southern head coach Kevin Ramsey. Is Coach Ramsey on the call?
Yes, I am.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Tough loss for your guys against Alabama State over the weekend. If you could just kind of summarize that game, and then a short week heading to Huntsville for the ESPNU game on Thursday night, and then we'll open it up for questions.
Well, certainly a tough loss. You know, we had some, kids really played hard offensively and defensively, and, we had some woes on special teams that really set a good football team in a good position, a good football team in Alabama State. And, when you have those type of woes, anybody in this league can capitalize on. But, look, I mean, that was the deal there. And, our kids played hard defensively and never gave up on turnovers. We was in the red zone, felt like a goal line scrimmage there in a lot of situations, and was able to contain them to field goals. And, this Alabama A&M team, we getting ready to play. We got to gird up and travel up there and play our outstanding football team there.
We'll open it up for questions for Coach Ramsey from Texas Southern.
Hey, Coach. This is Kendrick Marshall from HBCUFanNation.com. How you doing?
All right.
Yeah, you mentioned some problems you guys been having on special teams for the last couple of weeks, especially in terms of the punt unit. You guys have turned the ball over. Why is it happening, and what are you trying to do to address that?
Well, I mean, the hows and the whys. We look at what we do, schematically. We're a spread punt team, and when the battery, snap over a punter's head, and those type things happen. We had a young man, that was a walk-on football player who's a freshman. I mean, the first three was just right there on the numbers of our punter, and we went to Jonathan Hollins, who long snap for us too. So we didn't line guys up and see who can get it back there the whole nine. But at the end of the day, we got to go with what we got to go with, and we got to believe in them, and we got to keep it going forward.
Coach Reggie Benson with the Huntsville Times. Good morning.
Good morning.
Give me an idea. Is it all just about the punting situation, or have there been special teams problems across the board?
Well, I mean, you look at it. I mean, our teams, it's hit and go. We run a punt return for a touchdown. I mean, that first punt return we had, we ran it for a touchdown. Very, very questionable call. We had that call back, and it's really two parts of our special team unit that's very critical, and that's your punt team and your kickoff team, because those two units set the pace of field position. And field position is everything in a ball game. The closer that ball is to that opposite goal line, everybody knows the stats of the chances of scoring. So those are the two we definitely got to upgrade on, and with no doubt in my mind, and that's what we met as a whole coaching staff on. We got to upgrade in those two in particular, our punt unit and our kickoff team.
Now, you changed personnel already, or do you anticipate changing?
Well, I mean, we got one punter here, and that's Frenchie, and he's our punter, and we got two lone snappers here, and that deal there, both of them will be working today and tomorrow. We travel tomorrow, so we got to look ahead there, and of course we made other personnel changes within the structure of our coverage.
Will you fly or will you drive?
We will bust down there, so we'll leave tomorrow evening, and we'll throw on the movies and get plenty of rest, and head on up there.
Looking at this A&M team, of course they started off 0-2. They've kind of found themselves. It seems like over the last 3 weeks or so. Give me an idea of your thoughts after watching them on film.
Well, they're a physical football team. The defense, they fly around. Even offensively, similar to us. I mean, they can pound it, run it. Coach Jones and his staff, you see that they're very well coached in all phases of the game. And you look at their offense, and their toolbox is pretty loaded. They could give you assortment of formations, and it looked like they're just set to make their attacks on where they see fit. But they, above all, they bring some physicalness to this game.
Hey, Coach, the last time you guys played on Thursday night was against Jackson State, and it didn't turn out very well for you guys. Is there any message you're going to send your players before you make the trip about how to handle such a game?
I mean, one of those is that's to be on this stage, on a national stage, and on television. I mean, our guys know the response, because that ain't much to be said about that. But the bottom line with us is execution. We got to execute in all phases of the ball game, and it takes all three to win. Primarily in this league, if you falter in one, it can affect the other. So, we just look to get our plan here quickly, and the bottom line is going to be execution.
Coach, your defense has given up 101 points in its last two games. Is this a gut check time for them?
Well, I mean, it's always gut check for us. Every week. I mean, wherever the ball is placed. Like I say, the last 2 weeks it felt like goal line scrimmages. I mean, 4-yard line, 3-yard line, 20-yard line. I mean, you look at it. We held them to 5 field goals where that could have been 5 scores, and that ball was placed inside the 20-yard line on those occasions. And even the defense was out there, even on the field goal block, to give effort to try to block it. But defensively, I mean, that's our response, be it a sudden exchange or whatever. You're done to defend and keep people out of the end zone, and our kids know that and respond to that.
You find yourself, Coach, in a situation you feel like this is kind of a must-win deal to kind of keep your hopes alive to defend the West Division title?
Oh, I mean, the way things go is no question that, the way, this league is going, and, teams with a couple of losses already, and, PV out there with just the one loss. I mean, each game, that's been our approach since day one, is to tell our guys our backs against the wall each week, because, you never know the outcome, and, to look ahead and, look at the rest of our schedule, we got to take each game one at a time, but each one get bigger and bigger and larger, and those opportunities to win, if you don't, it really phases you out of the picture.